This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is presented by WynnBET. WynnBET is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same-game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBET has what you need to win. Sign up today. You bet $100, you get $100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions do apply. All right, D-Gens, welcome back to the Farmers Betting Show. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the God of Golf himself, Steve Shermer. Steve, long time no see, buddy. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Had a little meeting of the minds before the show about that little blow up I had of you last show. So we're all good, though. Don't worry, we're not breaking up.
Of course. Yeah, no. Listen, like I told Steve, I know I interrupt him, and it's just because of how I am and how I grew up and how my house is. Like, you need to be loud and quick to make a point, or it's forever gone. Like,
yeah, there's probably some trauma that just manifested right there too. Yeah. So yeah,
exactly,
totally fine. All right, so this is our betting show. So this is going to be a little different. Neither of us have a complete betting card. Usually, we come to this show. I have all my outrights. I have the matchups that I don't bet because I am a mush that I give to you, and then I have my positionals.
Oh, how did those do last week?
2-1. Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hey, listen. You know what? We're gonna keep. My sole purpose. Listen, I made money last week.
Yep.
My sole purpose is trying to make you money. If I just say out of your way, listeners, just bet these matchups. I will not bet them. I will not profit. Maybe you will. So that's what I'm here for, baby.
How is that not a goal? Sorry. This fucking guy.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't care.
You want to explain?
Yeah, I fucking bet the over in the Buffalo-Dallas game.
Of course
thinking
you did.
that.
And why did you do that?
Because I figured they were trying to save the suicidal people from Buffalo this week.
Oh, God. Wow.
And they'd show up.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. So now Buffalo's going to be extra sad. Their hockey team still sucks, and the Bills don't live up to expectations. They don't know how to be a front runner.
No, they don't. It's pretty sad up here.
They got to fire McDermott, right?
I think they should.
I think they should too.
I think it's like a Tony Dungy in Tampa situation.
Oh, what a fucking overrated scumbag fucking Tony Dungy is.
I know. Remember that though? He kept winning, but like he wasn't getting over the top. They finally fired him and they brought in Gruden and he won.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, I watched that. That was the 2002 Super Bowl. I watched that at my brother-in-law's house, actually.
Yeah, that was a bad Super Bowl.
Nah, it was fun. I had fucking Tampa.
Well, all right. Well, I was in high school. I wasn't gambling yet. So the only thing I had
gambling in high school.
The only thing I had was Super Bowl squares at that point. I didn't.
Oh, that's not bad though.
And it was over by I think the second
quarter.
By the pick six from Gannon. So
yeah. Listen, it was fun for me. It was fine, and like I didn't. They beat the Raiders. I hated the Raiders.
Yeah,
we just beat them the year before in the snow game.
Yeah, you got listeners that probably weren't even born when that game happened.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was already in the fucking military.
All right, let's get to the farmers insurance.
Let's get to the farmers. All
right, so let's start with the outright card. So I only have two. I may make a bet live on the fly.
Let's do it.
But let's go over yours. You have 4, right?
Yep, 4.
You're probably done adding.
Oh, I'm definitely done. Oh, I'm 100% done.
All right, so
I don't even know if I should really have 4. I should probably have 3, but whatever.
All right, why don't you go over then? Who do you bet outright then?
Xander, I got him at basically 12 to 1. It was like 11.75 or whatever. I just think he's in such good form. He was unbelievably hot before the back injury. He looked healthy, obviously, last week. Went nuclear on fucking Sunday. California dude. Why not? Why not? Like, if studs are winning up here, like I like Xander out of all those guys other than Baram stealing my lunch money again.
Okay. All right. So Xander at the top.
Yeah.
Who else?
And then next, Willie Z came in second here last week. I got him at 18. I don't know. He's probably still around that price because I got him today this morning. I would imagine that might be a bad number. I'm sure people got him with a 2. I don't know.
No, I didn't see any 2s in front of his.
Okay, good. Well, that makes me feel better. But I mean, look, here's the deal. I just have to up my unit size. That's it. Like, I just shorten the card, up the unit size. That's all it is. Like, I don't know, man. Like, he should. I mean, that dude. Do you remember how bad those 2 putts were last year?
So I was
the pushes.
actually on vacation. I went down to Florida that weekend, so
Oh,
I
that's right. You were
caught
down Fort
I
Myers.
caught a little bit of it.
Oh.
I caught the playoff. Like I didn't actually see the putt though.
Oh, dude, he had the same putt, like literally the fucking hole before, and he pushed it. Like both times. It was fucking brutal.
Yeah.
And whatever. His back also. Apparently, I'm betting on fucking injured guys this week.
Yeah.
His back looks good though. He's long and straight. One of the best long iron players in the field, and he putted there well, which he normally doesn't do. And if lag putting is the thing, and just 3-putt avoidance, why not Willie Z? 18-1. I'll take that. And then I'm going back to the well on Montgomery. I don't give a shit. Like this is now a guy that I'm probably gonna lose a lot of money on this year. Like this is just it. Like when I have something like that where like I feel like he has a shot, I don't care what the number is. I got him at 35 still on a local, which I feel like I was
that is
very lucky at. Yeah, it's like 25 now, right?
Between like 25 and 30.
Yeah.
I think I saw a 22 briefly.
Yeah, so I got a 35 on a local. And I was very happy.
Okay.
And I immediately snagged it.
Well, let me ask you a question. If it's 20, if you got 25 in front of you, given you got Xander.
Yeah, no, I couldn't bet that. No, I couldn't do it. But I saw the 35. I was able to get it. I initially thought it was 39. I was really excited. And then when I was coming back to write down my card for the show, I was like, oh, I thought it was 39. I was like, oh, at least 35. But because I think he opened up at 40, right? He opened up at like 40. And then he got steamed out. I think he opened up at 40.
This week,
mm-hmm.
I did not see anything lower than a 30 on him.
Okay, well, sweet.
Yes. Good for you.
Yeah, good for me. Which means
must be nice living in Florida with those prices.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What a sleepy local in Texas. Yeah. I mean, like I said on the DFS show, I guess this one comes out first. So what I'll say is this: like, I feel he missed 2 eagles by a combined less than fucking 2 feet. Bad luck with the kick, with the flag, and then the golf gods didn't even let him get the fucking 11-footer. And then on 17, this might not be the case, but I'm going to say he knew that he was pressing and he knew he had to fucking, which was a really accessible hole that day too, by the way. Like there was like hole-in-ones missed left and right. So maybe he got aggressive and just didn't hit it correctly. So on that, and then Keegan, because fuck it. Great long iron player, long and straight off the box.
You just said he needs to eat a cheeseburger in order to be better again.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I know. Did you forget about that fact before I just reminded you of it?
I did.
Okay. Right. Carry on. This is why I'm here.
Exactly. He's 65. He should not be 65 in this fucking field. Like, this is a course that should fit him
maybe
well.
If he gained 65 pounds, he'd be a little lower.
Maybe. But, like, I don't know, man. Like I said, the 3-putt avoidance with him is fucking terrifying. But like you said, might be some old data mixed in there. The aim point seems to be working for him. He's a much better putter. I don't know if it's going to show up on these type of greens, but it's Keegan. I love him. It's 65. And if he ends up winning because he's long and straight off the box and he's a great long iron player, like I would never fucking forgive myself ever. There's like the Siwa week that you convinced me to bet Siwa because I didn't want him on the cap. And you're like, I'm going to bet him. And if you don't have him, you're going to kill yourself. And I was like, that is 100% correct. So I will bet Siwa. That's how I feel about Keegan here.
Or the Keegan at Zozo.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's true. 2 times. Helped you out with your boys.
Cheers, buddy.
Okay. All right. So it is Xander, Zalatoris, Taylor Montgomery, and Keegan Bradley.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I share one of those outrights. Ooh, okay. I also got 18 on Will Zalatoris. That is where I started my betting card.
Nice.
I kind of agree with you. Obviously, I think there was a little bit of concerns about how he would be coming in with, coming off the back injury. He's been fine.
Yeah, looks good.
Century Tournament champions. He got better with the ball striking as the rounds went on. The driver has been okay. He hit his driver, I think, in 2 rounds pretty good, or his iron's pretty good, I think, last week too. So now that he has 8 rounds under his belt, maybe it's time for him. Maybe he's got a little bit of confidence. I like the 18-1 on him. Kershaw, by the way, we were right. Yeah. Kind of know what we're talking
about.
On the
money. On the money.
Yeah. So 18-1. I have a feeling a lot of people will be on that 18 because I think anybody was trying to find value at the top of the board. There's the trend too that I think 9 of the last 12 winners have been under 50-1 or under like 40-1 even. Yeah. So yeah, I think that was an easy starting point for a lot of people.
Yep.
There was also a Max Homa priced at 28-1.
Oh, that's a good number. That's a good number.
Yeah, I mean, well, you sent me the screenshot
Yeah.
at 26, and then I'm like, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
And then when I actually opened up, I opened up and I saw 28. I'm like, I took that too. Now that's down to like 2022. I still like that number. I think there's a lot of things to like about Max Homa this week. I mean, he finished third at Century Tournament Champions. That was an event that I think a lot of people were maybe a little hesitant on him because he hadn't been all that great there. It's Bermuda as well. Obviously, West Coast guy, loves putting on this POA. Really improved long iron numbers, really good improved scoring numbers. They're really good around the green as well.
Yeah.
And he's got some pop off the tee. Yeah. So, and then one of the obvious comps to this place is Quail Hollow. Values a lot of similar places. He's won there. He's won at Riviera. POA Greens.
Yeah.
That's another golf course too. It's some, kind of lower green regulation rates, lower fairway percentages as well. So I like that price. That's, I was like, go ahead.
So answer this question. So I was literally going between Xander and Homa.
Okay.
So I only had access to the 20. So if you had $100 to put down right now, would you put the $100 on the 20-1 Homa or the 12-1 Xander?
I think I like the bang for your buck for Homa.
Okay.
12's.
I know it's fucking light. I get it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, considering it really was. I guess it was 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Like Xander had 2 really good rounds and 2 kind of iffy rounds.
Right.
But
the 2 iffy rounds were Thursday, Friday.
No, he got off to a good start. It was Friday. It was Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
He kind of was like, I mean, he was okay. He was good.
Yeah, he's fine.
Then Sunday he shot 62. Like that helps. Yeah, so I think that's so what he ended up like 25 under for the tournament. He was 17 under on Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, like
because that was literally the decision I was making while I was trying to build the card, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. I was like, I'm gonna bite the bullet and bet a stupid 12-1 guy.
All right, so can I talk about his Tory history, by the way? Because I've heard he's figured it out. Okay, slight revisionist history. Okay, so for years he was not very good. Like he missed the cut in 2020, T25 in 2019, missed the cut in 2018. 2021 when he was T2, he made it on the number. He made the cut on the number. He had a great weekend.
Right,
made the cut on the number.
Right.
So things could have went either way. Maybe he missed the cut there.
Right, but he didn't.
Okay, I'm just saying. 1 or 2 putts, maybe we don't get that. U.S. Open, obviously, T7 there. Only T34 last year.
I know.
Yeah.
I was a little worried about that.
So this figured it out. If he misses 1 putt in 2021, we're not having this conversation.
That's fair.
It's U.S. Open, and that's really it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm not like on paper, Xander should be good here, but let's also put a little bit of that in context as well.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's 100% fair.
Okay. All right. So here's where I could go.
Okay, what you like?
I talked about this on the DFS show. No one seems to be really talking about JT. I can get him at 16.
It's a good number.
It is. I mean, that would be I would only be then 3 guys. I would be happy.
It would be a wrap.
JT 16, Zalatoris 18, Homa 28.
Yep.
The case for JT, I mean, I just talked about Quail Hollow. JT has won at Quail Hollow.
Yep.
The problem at Century was off the tee for him. I don't know exactly how that happened, but I know that in the fall he was driving it really good. The irons were okay at Century. You know, his history here is not all that. It's fine.
It's fine. Right.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I know he was T19 at the U.S. Open. He was never in the mix though.
Never.
Never. So I guess I worry about with JT. Like he can get squirrely off the tee.
Yep.
I feel like he's not the type. I mean, he's so good around the green though.
He's great around the green.
He is.
Wait, let me ask you something. So do you think he's great around the green, or do you think he's great out of bunkers around the green?
I mean,
I know it all counts as the same, but like I don't how.
I mean, I know. I mean, he's a really good bunker. He's a really good bunker player.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying.
The problem with this place is if you're in the rough, it's a crapshoot at that point.
Yeah.
Like if your ball's buried, you're not be able to do a whole lot with it. So really, like the around the green thing is like if he's good from a fairway, good out of bunkers, like that stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm
All
thinking.
right, what are your other options? What else are you thinking?
Well, I have an 18. I have actually an 18 available on Morikawa. I could take for reasons I talked about last show.
But once again, this show is coming out first. We forgot.
That is true. My apologies. For anybody watching on YouTube, this you already watched. Okay, fine. In the future, at your lunch break, I will be telling you why I like Morikawa. Even though he has a lack of length, he's been really good here. T21 here back in, I think, 2020. T4 here at the U.S. Open. Essentially the same setup. So, I mean, played really good at Riviera last year. I didn't get a chance to look up the Barracuda, what those greens are. That's a Nicklaus, though, so he owns Nicklaus courses. It could have been just that. I mean, he's been driving it really, really, really good ever since for a while now.
Yeah.
I guess a hole for him is if he has any scar tissue from Century. You could also make a case he's you also make a case he's going to come out with a burr up his ass. He's had a couple weeks off now to kind of like cool off. So that's an option.
I just worry about him around the green. He just worries me.
It's true. I mean, what did he do obviously at Century he was terrible.
Yeah, remember the chips he did there? Oh my god.
Well, I was drunk. I was drunk at the Giants Eagles game, so I didn't see any of it. So to me, I have no memory of any of that.
Oh, buddy,
to me, it didn't happen.
It was all short.
I know. I saw the highlights. So in the U.S. Open, he gained a little bit around the green. He lost in 2020. So you know what? You got a point.
Yeah.
Maybe Morikawa to me is like a top 10 play. Yeah, or I could get a top 20 on him at like minus 120.
Oh,
if I want to go down that road again, I'm paying juice for guys.
I'm supposed to electrocute you.
I know you are, but I haven't placed it yet. I can just talk about it though. Okay. Yeah. So that's an option. I could be a crazy person and go back to Sung Jae. T6 last year.
Great course history.
Well, it's one finish. It's T6 last year.
U.S. Open. What did he do at the U.S. Open?
No, he was in the mix and then he faded bad on Sunday.
Yeah, but it was like one or two bad holes. Like wheels fall off, like Sanjay does.
Right. I mean, still that matters though.
I guess it's a U.S. Open. There's way more pressure than fucking
T35. He was, I think, within like 4 of the lead, and he had a bad Sunday.
Yeah.
So okay, all right. If I'm going to give revisionist history on Xander, I can give revisionist history on Sungjae too. I guess. Just spin it whatever way you want.
Exactly. Listen, don't let the facts get in the way of a good narrative.
Yeah. So he played good last week. Last Sunday, kind of whatever. Drove the ball better. Like the ball striking numbers came back with him.
Yeah.
With him. So I was happy to see that. Really good from long distance. Good history putting on POA. Decent around the greens. Kind of has that like good, solid all-around game. The problem with Sungjae is that it seems like
he's a knucklehead.
Seems like something lets him down.
Yeah, he's a knucklehead.
Always.
He's a knucklehead. Yeah.
So that could be another positional maybe. Going down like past 30 to 50.
You don't want anybody.
I don't know if I do.
You don't want.
I don't think I want Mav.
No, Mav McNeely doesn't win.
I don't think I want Hayden Buckley. Hayden Buckley, I think is a positional play for me.
I have him on the CAD, but not as a winner.
What's Buckley's number?
For what? Outright?
Yeah. Set. All right, so I can get him. Oh, get out of my face, Desert Dubai Classic. There's some good numbers on him.
What's he at?
I can get a 90.
Fine. I mean, whatever.
That might. I think that's probably positional for me. Top 10, top 20, maybe. Because I think my top 40 mark is gonna be FUBAR.
Dude, the fucking top 20 market blows.
I know. So I might have to go a little bit out of my comfort zone. So
if you don't want any of those guys, then just pick.
I'm not betting 66 to 1 Wyndham Clark.
No,
I'm not betting.
Couldn't even catch top 20 for me last week. Thanks, BK. Fucking nice advice.
I'm not betting 80 to 1 Kirk Kitayama.
No.
Not betting 80 to 1 Bermuda.
Just stop it. Nobody down here is winning. Right. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so really my options are adding JT, adding Morikawa.
I think you said
and
JT at
Sungjae.
16. JT at 16.
I can get JT at 16.
Take JT at 16. That's what I would.
You know, the last time you talked me into something like this was, I think, actually twice with Rory.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to trust you. I think we go
Yep.
JT. Okay. All right. JT at 16 is going to be the last one on the card. So.
And by the way, how weird is that I talked you into Rory when I hate his guy?
Well, it also was 25-1 Rory. Now we're looking
true.
at what, 3-1 Rory
3-1
in Dubai?
Yeah, exactly.
God. Golf gambling is great. All right. So
fun.
All right. So
let's take a quick break before we jump into anything else.
Okay.
WynnBET is the official online sportsbook of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. WynnBET is active in a bunch of states, and there's tons of ways to win, including live betting and same-game parlays. The NFL playoffs are here. Great promos, odds, payouts are happening right now. WynnBET, if you're ready to play, sign up today to receive a special offer. Bet $100 and get $100. It's limited to state availability. There's so much to choose from, and all you have to do is head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBET so that they know that we sent you. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer is subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBET.com. It must be 21 older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBET is available. If you or anyone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Okay. The official card: Justin Thomas, half a unit, 16-1. Will Zalatoris, about 0.45 units, 18-1. Max Homa, about 0.3 units, 28-1. 1.25 units total.
Nice. Yeah. So I did a full unit on Xander.
Yeah, we bet a little differently, but yeah.
I know. Yeah. I put him on the cat. I send to Cameron, but he doesn't put him out, so I just stopped sending them. I keep track of it myself, which I should release at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, Cameron, I told him to bet JT.
Yes,
I did.
I know. Maybe I shouldn't take
the.
Well, you know what though? You told me to bet Rory, and you hate Rory. Go ahead. Tell me about JT. You hate JT.
Yeah.
So, although you know what, you came around to him in that Kapalua no laying up video.
That's true. It's true. I did.
You know,
he's a ball breaker.
Man. Made up a little bit.
Yeah, he's a ball breaker. I love.
He is a ball breaker.
Yeah, that dude. That's the type of guy I love to golf with. Like,
yeah,
I want somebody to break balls.
Well, I mean, like the problem.
Cameron, did you just tune in?
You're gonna because I'm not on Xander. Is that why you're upset?
I like Xander. He was one of my bets.
You know, we have two co-hosts of the Golf Gambling Podcast and know what they're doing, buddy. You can go with the other guy too. You don't have to go with this loser's pick. No, with JT, like I think
he's such a good shit talker.
What you don't like is like in the team competitions, he seems like it's the fake energy.
Oh, it's the worst.
That's the worst.
It's the worst.
Other than that, though, he's fine. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess.
All right.
I like the interview you did with the who are those guys? What the ones that you always try to tell me to listen to? That one interview you did. The no laying up guys.
Yeah. They're fine.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the guys you make me listen to? I can't listen to five. I'm not saying they're bad. That's just listen, man. I can only take in so much fucking content a week.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to matchups. So I have two I found.
Let's go.
That
write them down,
obviously
baby.
I won't. Yeah, write these down.
Let's
We're
write
not
them
betting
down.
them. They're safe. You're fine.
I actually brought a different colored pen so I could identify yours versus mine because I have the ones I bet and then I have like other question mark ones. I just brought a different colored pen so I could identify yours because I'm gonna start betting.
Okay.
Because I did the first week and I didn't last week.
Okay. All right. Why don't we go over yours first? Because you actually have placed some, right?
I have. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we go over yours first, and then we'll go over my hypothetical ones.
All right. So I took Xander over Finau.
Okay.
And it's even money. I know you hate when I do this. I know you hate when I put.
You've been living on the edge of these things.
I've been doing good with them though.
You have been doing good. It's been a little dicey, but you've been doing good.
Listen, I know it's going to be a sweat until fucking Sunday, right? Because like these guys, neither one of these guys, knock on wood, are going to miss the cut, right? So like it's a sweat till Sunday. Like this isn't a Friday casher matchup, fucking bet. But I fucking love Xander this week. I know Finau's in great form, and
he was in great form. Can we clarify that?
Thank you. That's what I was literally about to say. Like he hasn't looked great the last two out, and then I have too many fucking tabs open. Where'd the tournament history go?
Because he was like T13 or so in Century.
Yeah,
it's kind of irrelevant last week.
Yep, and listen, his course history up until last year was good. And he was broken last year, so you can kind of throw that out. So it's terrifying, right? Like he has 3 top 10s. out of his last 5. But I don't know. He's got the bad draw, in my opinion. Right. And so like I did focus on that when I was betting on this. Like I wanted the guys who started on the North Course. And Xander starting on the North Course and Finau starting on the South Course. So that factored into why I made the bet. And if I'm getting even money on 2 great golfers, what's funny is I even looked. So I don't know what you guys can get. This is the problem with talking about matchups. So I wrote it down to even money, but then I checked on one of my other locals. I got about +1. I got a +105, which makes no fucking sense because Xander is higher up. It's like that. Remember that Tom Kim bet I had?
Yeah.
When he was the favorite of the tournament? Like this specific book just misprices fucking matchups constantly. It's fucking great.
Okay. Well, good for you. You can benefit.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's the same book, and they do it every week.
Can I just make like a side note, by the way?
Of course.
Have you seen some of the outrageous John Rahm matchup prices?
Oh my god, insane! I almost took Morikawa against him.
-230 over like Finau.
Dude, I almost took Morikawa against him because it's fucking 2-1. 2-1.
Let me share a couple. Let me share
Rahm.
a couple I see right now. John Rahm -200 over Tony Finau.
What's
John
Finau?
Rahm -232 over Justin Thomas.
Yeah, but what are the other numbers though? What's Finau at?
What do you mean? What Finau's at? Oh, like plus 165. Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Still,
that's what I want to know because
no. What I'm looking at is how much juice you have to pay to play John Rahm over a premium player. That's right, I think that's the story.
Right. No. So what I'm saying is why not play the other side? Like you're getting, like I said, like I almost played that Morikawa.
Right.
I'm getting 2-1 with Morikawa. I don't give a fuck who he's playing against.
Yeah.
I'm getting 2-1.
I remember what was it like 2 years ago? Remember Rahm was on that big run.
Yeah.
And like he was like -150, -175 over these guys. It's -230.
It's fucking insane. Anybody who lays
nuts.
That is ridiculous.
Okay. All right.
Ridiculous.
All right, continue.
Dude, I wish you would have stuck with that that matchup research you were doing as far as like the round 3s and the round 4s. Like I liked it.
Listen, man, I've been doing pretty good,
I know.
Just went out, positionals and stuff.
I'm just being selfish. I enjoy the matchups better. Because I like to sweat all day long. It's super good for my health to just stare at my fucking phone, the PGA Tour app, and fucking check who's doing what. And they get angry because I starred the wrong guy. And Oh, by the way, did you notice that last week there was another C Young in the fucking field?
Yeah, Carson Young.
Yeah. I had him.
Yeah, I know.
Stad versus I had him Stad instead of Cam Young. That was fun.
Yeah, make sure you guys don't make that mistake. Although Carson Young's gonna be like 350-1 and Cameron's gonna be like 35-1, so you should never make that mistake.
Well, it wasn't about betting it. It was about following him on the fucking PGA app.
That's true. Well, I mean, Carson Young's gonna be like Nico Asheravia and like Tano Goya, so you're not gonna stick Cameron Young with those guys.
All right. So and then I also have here's where I told you I had Hago on my card.
God.
Yeah, man. I've been waiting. What player have been waiting for the coward books to fucking put in a matchup? Come on, you know the answer. Who have been waiting for them to put it up?
Cam Champ?
No, Higgs. They finally put him back after a fucking good week. I can finally bet against Harry Higgs in a fucking matchup.
You're taking Garrick Higo.
I'm taking Higo over Higgs.
You are insane.
Fucking go. Let's go. Dude, Higgs, I don't give a shit. Like, there's no way he didn't have that weekend and go crush a 30 rack of fucking heavy buds and do a bunch of Jaeger shots. No shot. I don't care how.
No shot. Okay.
No shot.
Remember last night I said that it takes some effort to hit a ball into some of these canyons.
Yeah.
For Higo, it doesn't take that much effort.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I know. Higgs. How many times have you told me that Higgs doesn't even deserve a fucking player's card?
I mean, technically, Higo doesn't either.
That's fine. I don't care. I've been waiting for months. Like I didn't. As soon as I saw it didn't even matter what name was on the other side. I was taking the other side. I like watching Harry Higgs, but the problem is I lost money on Harry Higgs so many times because he made that stupid video of him and that goddamn golf cat, like the skateboarder dude, drinking a jug of vodka. And I immediately started betting him, and it was never a winning proposition. So I'm taking fucking Higo over Higgs.
What course is he starting on? Please be the South. Please be South course.
Who, Higgs?
No,
or Higo. All right, so Higgs starts on the North course.
Okay.
Let me pull up fucking.
All right.
But yeah, so all right, talk about one of your fun,
Okay.
one of your hypotheticals while I look up where
All
fucking.
Right. So there are two I found off the bat. These are kind of lower profile names. There are two I found off the bat, and there's a third one I'm going to do some investigating right now. Yeah, because I didn't have them all available to me. Let's talk about Emiliano Grillo. Remember last year he was on fire? Like the putter turned around, the irons were good. Everything has gone back to shit for Emiliano Grillo.
He starts on the North course.
Okay. All right. So, all right, so they're both the same place. Anyways, with Grillo, everything's gone to shit with him. And I like Dean Burmester this week. You know, he's got the length. You know, he's pretty. You know, he's okay around the greens too. I just think with Grillo's form, I can't see better than like a T60 out of him.
Yeah.
And I'll just take Burmester minus 115 over him. And then I mentioned, and then Kevin Yu. This is a guy I like this week. I'm probably targeting more for a positional, if anything. But he's up against Justin Suh, who just continues to be just nothing. You know, I mean, he's short off the. Yes, I think a couple years ago he made the cut here. He's a California kid. But look, like I'm not really sure if he's really cut out to be on the PGA Tour. Like there is a stark difference to when you look like at his Corn Valley results, and then right after that, yeah, he's making cuts, but like it's all just bad.
Yeah.
So I'll take Kevin Yu plus 100 over Justin Suh.
Oh, even fucking money. Let's go. Yeah,
okay.
Dude, that's 100% a coin flip.
All right,
love it.
And then
that's all you got.
Well, I got one more. Well, this is, I'm looking here.
All right, yeah, well, I'll go to mine.
All right, so
okay,
so Hideki matchups.
I know they're juiced to the fucking moon.
That's the problem.
They're juiced to the moon. I couldn't do it.
So all right, so you can get Xander minus 1.5 strokes over Hideki at like minus 135.
Oh, I would do that.
You can get Zalatoris minus 1.5 strokes over Hideki at minus 125.
Oh, my bankroll is going all to these fucking minus 1.5s this week.
That might be the key.
Oh no!
I just with how he's driving the ball, that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And his ability to like hit good iron shots, if he's going to be in the rough or in the bunkers, like that's not going to go well for him.
Oh man!
I know he's a really good guy for getting up and down, but these off the tee numbers are they're so bad. He's lost distance.
No.
He's had a power sap.
No.
Like I don't know. And even his iron numbers are just down from what they were. Like I know he hit him good at Sony, like you mentioned, but I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a guy I don't see it going great for him.
And you know when minus half doesn't matter? When he WDs.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna heavily target these. See, this is the shit that either turns out really good for me or really fucking bad for me. I'm like, oh my god, why didn't I think it's the minus 1.5?
Yeah, and then on
it's
Friday,
the same thing I was bitching about.
Like, I'm gonna ask you how things are going. You're like, I don't know, a little earworm told me about this minus 1.5 matchup.
Yeah, whatever. It's the same thing I was just bitching to you about the Bruins. Like, I got to take the puck line. Well, if I want to target fucking Decky, I got to take the puck line, basically. Minus 1.5. Like it. All right.
Okay.
All
right. So what's your last?
I'm gonna be adding a few of those.
All right. What's your last?
All right. So I have Aaron Rye over Bo Hostler.
I kind of like Hostler this week.
I know. So this is one of those things that I did, and then like I researched it a little later, and I was like, I probably shouldn't have targeted that.
Okay.
But I wanted Rye, and it was the only matchup I had available. So I don't know if I'd take that one, and it was like minus 105 on each side.
All right.
So whatever, like it's a coin flip, but yeah, after looking into it a little more, I was like, fuck, I don't really like it. So the one I wanted to ask you about, because I wanted to hammer this one because Davis blows, but it's Sahith, but he's paired up with JB Holmes.
Oh God.
That's why I said I thought you'd know who I was talking about on the future DFS show.
So also JB is back. He's had a long injury, and this is his first week back.
Yeah. So how slow is he gonna play? Is he gonna fuck with Sahith? Like, I almost don't want to play it because
what price are you getting
on Sahith over Davis?
Oh, I thought it was Sahith over JB Holmes.
No. Sahith over Davis, but JB Holmes is playing with Sahith.
Okay.
So JB Holmes will influence how he does it. Because remember, wow, talk about how irrelevant LIV players are. The guy who I fucking who the fuck went over there that fucked with him that time? He was losing his fucking ever-loving mind.
It was Brooks.
Now, it was Brooks. That's right. Yeah, it was Brooks. But wait, who am I thinking of? Who was fucking with that young cat who went over there?
I don't know.
It was Kevin. It was Kevin Na versus why can't I think of his fucking name?
I don't know.
The young kid. Jesus fuck.
Oh, Robert McIntyre.
No, not fucking McIntyre. He went to LIV. LIV golfers.
All right, whatever. I do know that JB Holmes actually. Now I remember this because I was talking about with JT at Riviera. He was paired up with JB Holmes in that final round. He lost his mind.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I haven't pulled the trigger. Like, is that a stupid reason not to fucking pull the trigger? Like, but who's the
here's the thing though. The rounds are going to be so slow at Torrey anyways that it might not matter.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. It makes Taylor Gooch. It was Na for Taylor Gooch. Remember Na was playing so fucking slow. Him and Gooch were going back and forth.
I forget.
Yeah, either way.
Man, how irrelevant is Taylor Gooch now?
That's why I said I couldn't even remember his fucking name. Like, and I used to bet this guy on a weekly fucking basis.
What a waste.
Some way, shape, or form. Fuck
a waste.
Fuck LIV. The worst.
It's created a lot of problems.
Cameron, I don't even know who JB Holmes is.
Jesus. You're fired.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. All right.
There's a reason you should know who he is. The fact that I'm like, I don't know if I want to take a matchup with a guy playing in the same group. He is literally that fat fuck that's playing the municipal, takes 50 fucking warm-up swings and then proceeds to duff it 6 feet and then do the same fucking routine and puts everybody back for a 6.5 hour fucking round on a goddamn Saturday. Fuck JB.
Yeah, you can smell it from the other side of the tee box too. Pretty bad BO.
I heard that too. Yeah, that's weird, right?
That's a known secret on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
All right. So those are matchups. Positionals. So I don't have any. I'll let you go first, and I'll kind of walk you through some guys, I guess,
sure.
I'm looking for.
All right, so there's no juice. Even money. Willie Z. That was my first one.
Okay.
Whatever. Like, so here's my strategy with this. And that was knocking on wood. Most of the time, it works. Like, I'll hedge with a guy like this to make up for like some of the stupider long shots I do. Does that make sense? Yeah. But when it doesn't work, not a good weekend unless one of the long shots hits, right? I just want to give the listeners like an idea on why I take like a Will Z even money. Like, I just do it to kind of hedge against some of these longer shots ones. So I have Hadwin at 3-1.
Okay.
Which I like, right? Like 3-1, like that's good money. Like that's for a top 20 for a guy fits a skill set and a decent course history here. And like we talked about, I don't know if you said it on the air last or right before we came back on, but like we said, like, yeah, the course history. Yeah, he had a top 40, but what does that mean now in this field? Right? Like
that's
the top, right?
Yeah, let me expand. It was before we came on the air. Yeah, so basically what I said was, yeah, like we look at some of his histories, like, oh, he's only got like a 35th, he's only like 27th. But if you remember, these fields were a lot better. So maybe a 30th is more like a T16 this week.
Yeah.
So it would look a lot better.
Yep.
Yeah. That was
yeah. Yep. I think it's a great fucking point. So Hadwin 3-1. I could get Rye at fucking 5-1. 5-1. Like, listen, he had
and these are top 20s?
Yeah, top 20.
Okay.
5-1. Like, listen, I don't know. I don't know if it matches as far as like what his outright price is to that. But same point, he played well here last time he came out, T6 or whatever the fuck it was, and he wasn't in good form. And he's a good long iron player, and dude, it's fucking 5-1. Like, it's 5-1 for a reason, right? Like,
okay.
And then I got Hayden Buckley at plus 325, which I really like.
Yeah,
really like plus 325 for a top 20 for a guy coming off of how he's been playing. Yeah, love that, especially in this field.
Okay. All right. So top 20s, I may mention I can probably get a Morikawa at minus 115 for a top 20.
I would do that, dude. Just don't hammer it. Like what the problem is when we're like, we're just gonna fucking unload. No, just don't unload.
like
just bet
like
normal.
2-unit lock. Like
yeah, exactly. Just bet it normal.
Probably just gonna bet like a matchup at that point. I think that's the play. The top 10 prices, like I'm looking at them, they're not all that good. Like Morikawa plus 190 for a top 10 or like minus 115 for a top 20. It's gonna do
minus 115 for a top 20 all day.
Yeah, and then like you dip down for like top 10 prices, like 3-1 Matt McNeely top 10. Like no thanks.
No, thank you. Yeah.
Even your boy Taylor Montgomery plus 280. That's not enough. 4-1 Cam Davis, 4-1 JJ Spawn. Like
no. Juice ain't worth the squeeze, man.
It probably isn't. So dipping down to the top 20 ranges, I guess I could do. Man, I don't trust any of these guys. I mean, I kind of like your Buckley top 20.
Yeah, 3-1.
I might try and see if I can get plus money on a top 40, but I doubt it. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna have to pay like minus 130 for that.
Just take the risk and get the payoff.
I think I'm going to. Kurt Kitayama, same thing. That's another guy. Like I can get him for top 20 at plus 315. That could work.
I'm just worried about the Twitter scene.
Listen, man,
I know
they're getting smarter now.
I guess.
Will Gordon, another guy. Like he's in the 3-1 range.
I looked at him too.
Is Davis Riley dead?
I think so.
You think so?
He's so bad off the tee, bro. Yeah, he's so squirrely.
He's got some length though.
Yeah, but then he fucking hits one fucking 600 yards to unknown. Like it's just
shout out Rick Gaiman.
There you go. No, that's 300 yards to unknown. But yeah, fucking dude. You know it, like whenever I have money on him, he's on the fucking tee box, and it's fucking 275.
I mean, your take is only because you watched Colonial Memorial. That's like a 9-month-old take from yours.
No, dude, what's he done since then?
Because I know I brought up Davis Riley on the show one time. You're like, dude, he's so fucking squirrely off the box, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, some
his
off
the tee numbers aren't horrible. Like he gained last week, he was net neutral at RSM, gained a little bit.
His last 5, he's negative 1.1
because it was all CJ Cup. That's why. And Sanderson, he was bad.
And then prior, he lost 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row before the Houston Open, where he gained 2, then was even at a 0 at the RSM, and then gained 0.1.
Okay.
Fucking.
Right. But I also see he drove pretty good at FedEx St. Jude. Drove pretty well at Travelers.
That was 900 years ago.
It's 9 months ago.
900 years ago.
I'm just saying, like he's pretty down on his luck right now. Now I think I'm shying away from him because, like, he's a Southeast guy, and I don't really know how good he's going to be on this POA.
I don't know.
Probably a no-go.
I don't know how to play on anything other than fucking. Bermuda. I went to North Carolina and played whatever the fuck they had up there, and I was fucked up with that. All
right. So as far as some top 40 guys go, again, I said if I can geek out plus money on Buckley for a top 40, I think I'll do it, but I don't think I'm going to.
Yeah.
I probably would rather do Kitayama top 40 instead of a top 20, but I might have to just eat the.
I would eat the juice on that one. Yeah, I think 40 is much safer with Kitayama.
Patrick Rogers top 40. I bet I can get a reasonable price, like a plus.
What do you think you get on that?
I think I get probably like a plus 1.
Plus money?
I think so. Yeah, I mean 7,300 in DraftKings. That's usually like I know it's a really weak field, but usually once you get under $7,500 in the top 40, you start to get the plus money at that point. So I think I get that on him. I think I get plus money on Brendan Steele. Probably get plus money on Hassel or Aaron Rye. Mentioned those guys. I can probably get plus money on Kevin Yu.
Just join me on the top 20 at 5-1. Have some fun.
That's not how I bet, man.
I know. I'm saying have some fun.
I don't like having fun. I like winning money.
A little bit of fun. You literally the future show, you were offering somebody on methadone heroin with one of your picks, and you won't do a 5-1 top 20 with me.
We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Another guy, Matthias Schmid. He played pretty good. He's a big bomber. He hits his long approach shots pretty good. Now he's awful around the green. But that could be somebody that he's like 7,000 in DFS this week. That could be somebody who maybe has some interest in the top 40 market. Kevin Yu, I've already talked about him. That's probably someone I'm betting top 40 this week. He went to, I think he's a West. Well, I mean, He's from Taiwan, but I think he went to school on the West Coast. Or was that Carl Yuan? It's one of those guys. No, Kevin Yu went to Arizona State, so he's, from that general region.
Why do you know that?
Because I looked it up. I'm a psychopath. That's probably it, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll see what Davis Thompson's price is. What's his top 20 right now? Yeah, plus 360 for a top 20.
That's not bad.
Maybe I do that.
Yeah, you think I do that?
Yeah, maybe.
All right, let's take a look.
Okay.
All right. So there's no first round leaders out yet. I'll post it on Twitter.
Okay.
So I told you about a fun bet. This is literally a pizza bet. Throw fucking like $20 on it. Rom miscut.
You're crazy.
11-1.
That's not enough.
This is enough. And absolutely, he told me he was Antichrist. Dude, if he's
that means he's finishing like top. That means he's finishing T11 and screwing everybody who laid minus 175 in the top 10.
That's fair.
I
guess
that move, by the way, that started at it was minus 175 and it moved to like minus 195 immediately. There are people betting that number and laying the big juice. People like you are betting
like me.
Yeah,
I did it one fucking. I did. Well, I did it. I think I did it 3 times. 2 times it worked. 1 time it didn't. And then I was like, I'm done.
Exactly.
Done. Never again.
Well, there's people who might be done doing that after this week.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm gonna put $20 on it. Who cares? $20 into 180. Who gives a shit?
All right. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me pull this up.
Listen, I love Rom. You know I like Rom.
All right.
Did you know Burger King's bringing back their old Italian chicken sandwich?
Yeah, that's like 2 months old, buddy.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And honestly, I mean, if you're going for Italian chicken sandwiches, the Wendy's one with like the fries.
That's gross, dude. They put like a mozzarella stick on that shit.
I mean, I figure you gotta try it though.
Dude, I got a Wendy's like literally like less than a half a mile from me, and I refuse to go. Like, I'm not eating that sandwich. Like, I am unhealthy. I smoke cigarettes and drink a gallon of gin a week. I do not need, and I eat okay. That's the only thing that I do okay. Like, I refuse to fucking eat. That's a heart attack on a bun.
I mean, honestly, if you eat Burger King too, you're gonna have a heart attack as well.
Well, here's the deal: I haven't eaten Burger King in years, up until recently. Because whatever. Like, I had my wife didn't like it. One of the kids got sick and refused to eat it, so it was always like, I'm not getting Burger King. I was like, fine, fuck it, I don't care. But now we have like 2 close to us because we just moved, and dude, their cheeseburgers are money. I still really like their Whoppers, but if you just get their fucking cheeseburger, like, it's good. It tastes good, and they put a bunch of pickles on it, which I like.
All right, let me let's go back to golf.
So random. Sorry.
So you can do a made cut parlay.
Oh boy.
Of Rom, Xander, Finau, Morikawa, Zalatoris, and JT for plus 125.
Oh, that's fun. I'd do that.
So who blows it?
Finau.
Okay. I think I'm inclined to agree. Or Zalatoris.
Or Zalatoris, because everybody's on him. I'm pretty sure he's like the biggest community bet I've ever seen.
Yeah, I will not be doing that large parlay because every time that goes, it seems to go wrong for me. But I'm just saying it's available.
Yeah. I don't like. I've had like 7 locals over the last like 2 years, and none of them let me do fucking made or miscut parlays. So annoying.
Well, they should, because it usually costs.
I was about to say. It probably helps. Ooh, excuse me, helps me, but for like the Masters and Majors and shit,
that would be pretty good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, if we get it for the Masters, that'd be pretty easy.
It'd be fun, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll have something available by.
We get plus money on Cam Champ, and we know he sucks at golf, but for whatever reason, he's good at Augusta.
I don't think he's in the Masters this year, buddy.
Why not?
Well, he didn't win. He didn't finish good. He's not in the top 50 in the world. He didn't make the Tour Championship.
Oh, yes, he did. Did he get cut after the first
Tour Championship? The Tour Championship, not the FedEx.
Oh, gotcha.
Did he finish? Actually, you know what? Someone might say, did he finish top 10 last year in the Masters? Yes, he did. He's in the Masters again.
He did. Let's go.
Can't kill him. He's the cockroach.
He's automatic DFS player.
Right, fine.
I don't care. I was all over him last year. I talked myself out of him.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, I got nothing else. I will have my full betting card sometime tomorrow. You'll see it on Twitter. You'll see it in Discord. So Yeah, the only thing I got down right now officially, JT 16-1, Zalatoris 18-1, Homa 20-1. That's it. That's the outright card.
So like now, what do I gotta do? Like, so I told you to bet JT. I don't have room for him on my card. Maybe I'll just bet him. I'll shadow bet him on a different book.
You could just root. You could just root for me. Be happy for my success if he wins.
No, I want money if I recommended it. Or you want to give me a cut? You want to give me a cut piece of it so I don't bet it? That's fine.
No, that's fine. I'll keep all of it. I'll give you credit. I'll send you a nice thank you note.
Oh, the tout cash, great. Yeah, tout cash don't pay the bills only. I don't know if you know.
Hey, it's more valuable than crypto.
This is fair, but you know what's not good right now? Mortgages, Steve. Mortgages are not good, and that's the industry I'm in. So,
sure. If
anybody needs everybody needs a sales guy. Very, very professional. Finance, mortgage background. Come holla.
takes turns when in conversations properly as well. So
this is different. This is different. This is not a professional setting.
No, it's not.
And I know how to not to say fuck too, by the way, which amazes everybody around me. They're like, oh, you never cuss. I'm like, yeah, I'm at work. I don't cuss. But other than that, I don't know, man. You guys know where to find Steve in the Discord channel. I'll jump in there this week too. I know Steve hates the fucking course, but we actually have a pretty good record here. So we get the DFS show coming up for you guys tomorrow on your lunch break. You guys know where to find me on Twitter at Boston_Capper. And listen, not a great week last week, but both of us still made money. So if you listened, you made money too. So let's go break them fucking books.